Being a part of this adventure, swimming in a part of the ocean that's never been swum in before, doing it with two people that I love, involving an amazing crew, meeting the First Nations community. It was just so much about this swim that I wanted to do. It wasn't just the aspect of swimming that's actually a really small part of this whole adventure.
You know, I've spent a lot of time researching the area, researching the ecosystem, and yeah, this was the perfect opportunity to marry swimming and my love for and passion for environmental causes, so it just seemed like the right thing to do.
I was watching some footage online about Inside Passage and some of what was happening up here and what the waterway was like, and it's a fairly untouched waterway, but it's also an at-risk waterway as industry starts thinking about moving in and stuff, and I thought, I want to swim in this waterway before anything happens to it. Today we're swimming in Hulsik First Nations territory. What we're hoping to do is just shine a little bit of light on the rainforest, the beauty of it, and in particular the waterway. If we could have a little bit more of it protected, it would be great.
Done lots of long swims. This has just got some unique challenges that I have not confronted before, so it's a new game.
I'm excited, a little nervous to be able to swim in such a beautiful part of our province. I feel honored.
There's something special about Ocean Falls. It even looks different. Like, it's an absolutely beautiful inlet. The color of the water and the color of the trees in the mountains. When you get to a certain point and you look back at Ocean Falls, it's hard to tell that it's a ghost town because the structures are still there. So you're looking at this really neat town sitting at the end of the inlet.
Several different kinds of ocean swims. The two that we had here was assisted ocean swim as well as an unassisted ocean swim. And the difference between the two is the unassisted ocean swim, they can only wear a proper bathing suit and their bathing cap and goggles. An assisted swim, they can wear a wetsuit. The balance of the rules are the same for both. It means they can't touch a boat, they can't draft a boat, they can't draft another swimmer if there's anyone else in the water. They have to come off the land, and then they have to come back onto the land at the end of whatever length of swim that they do. And they have to be able to do that all by themselves. They can't be wearing footwear or anything like that.
So we're a bit fatigued today, which means the hypothermia is probably going to set in a little bit quicker because we're not going to have as much energy to burn off calories and generate heat, so that's a bit of a concern, but apparently the water is around 16, so that's working in our favor.
I was so amazed at the crew. They had everything set up and ready. I got out of the water really quickly. My bathing suit and wetsuit were stripped off really quickly. I was covered in that silver sheet and put in a sleeping bag, and there were all these bottles full of hot water shoved in with me. And the shivering was surprisingly uncomfortable. It was quite violent shivering, but even though that subsided, it was fine.
So in order for you to complete a swim of this nature, you have to feed on a regular basis. They have their hydrating drink, a lot of bananas and cantaloupe, and they have protein bars, and they have the gel packs.
I have a kayak support beside me and my partner Ray, and every half an hour we stop and he'll give me either a bar, fruit, gel pack, an electrolyte drink, try to get in as many calories as I can. We burned a lot of fuel yesterday, about 40,000 calories we calculated, and I'm pretty sure I didn't eat that many gel packs. So I'm running on deficit. With MS, or multiple sclerosis, when I was first diagnosed, or when I started getting to that place of really not being healthy and quite frightened by what lay ahead of me, I probably had about 10 to 15 symptoms. I would sleep all the time. Fatigue is a huge issue. And my way of combating fatigue is to exercise. I had a lot of hand and leg numbness, was having cognitive issues, which really frightened me. Now I'm pretty much symptom-free. The only time that I really seem to have a problem is if I'm training, and I'm training at a very, very high level, or if I'm in a very warm pool. But otherwise, I'm okay. Like, sometimes my hands will burn. It feels like they're on fire if I start swimming a little bit too fast. There are points in time when my body starts going numb from MS. And it did happen a few times in the water, and usually when it happens I'm aware of it and I slow it down just to get myself to relax again. It usually means I'm working a little bit too hard and I need to chill out during my 10-hour swim.
I often refer to swimming as it's my meditation. It's my chance to disconnect. You know, all you hear is the water sloshing around in your cap or in your ears. I really enjoy that time in my own head, and you know, some of it's just about thinking about your breathing pattern, and some things so simple as breathing become the sole thought in your head. Jumping in the water and seeing the life firsthand it leaves you speechless. I don't have any words to describe it.
One of the challenges for me is I have a condition called a foot drop, so I'm unable to actually move my foot. So on land, I rely on the use of a brace or an electronic device that actually moves my foot for me. The thing I love most about swimming is it doesn't impede me in any way in the water, because it just is in the water and just moves naturally with my other leg. I also have a condition where the muscles have outgrown the space in my calves. So unfortunately at this phase right now, swimming does cause quite a bit of pain. I don't really let on that it's bothering me. My love for swimming kind of outweighs the pain that I have to endure. Shearwater was interesting. It was just all the honking and the people cheering. It was overwhelming. It was amazing having that support.
It was a really nice finish to it, and that's what we wanted. We wanted to see people come out and have that sense of acceptance into their community. You know, like they welcomed us on shore, and that was something that was really important to all of us, to have that.
The three of us heading in with the sun setting into this perfect scene and arriving in Bella Bella, it's always awkward getting out of the water because I was very shaky. I was a little bit tired. You know, a lot of people don't know what open water swimming is, and a lot of time when you do a swim, you land on a shore and there's nobody there. So it's super special when you have the community members come out, and especially youth. I'm overwhelmed mentally, and I've wanted to cry for the last 2 hours knowing that I was going to arrive here. Like, it's been a huge goal to get here. We've gone through every emotion possible with one another throughout the swim, I think.
Just so happy to be here with these two.
We've been planning this for a year, about a year. And it just got real over the last couple of days. There's no words to describe it, really. It's pretty awesome.
It takes a lot mentally to go through a swim like that. There's a lot going on. I'm so happy that I did it. I'm so happy that I did it with Dale and Jill. It's just amazing for the three of us to be here together, and with the crew that we had.
If we don't start realizing that how important these little pockets of biological diversity are, and we don't start protecting them, we're going to have a real tough time going forward with maintaining life on the planet.
For me, being in the ocean brings peace and serenity and quiet and calmness in an otherwise such a busy, noisy world that we live in. And it's my favorite place to be.